It's been about 60 days now and the Greater Manchester Police still haven't released my request for the 3 body video and audio media streams from the 3 or 4 officers that were incredibly rude to me. So I wrote to them again and sorry, coronavirus, it's still delayed. Yet the police are not busy. What's going on? They're trying to use coronavirus to bury bad news. I know it's not important. I mean, it's not like a big scoop in the world out there, but I'd like to share with you guys from the police's point of view when they act like dicks. This is outside Morrison's where I filmed that video called "Why Are You Filming Me?" where that big argument happened. And you've got 2 police community support officers trying to get a beggar to move on. There's an argument ensuing, not going to get too close, no one wants to get attacked by crackheads again. You know, for a short while I was considering abandoning Manchester city centre for good because of the crackheads, but then I realised all it takes for evil to completely take over is for the good to just retreat and say, oh no, not for me, not for me. If I treated the crackheads the same way the Greater Manchester Police treated them, the city centre would literally be hell. It would be the setting for Doom Eternal, the video game. Literally. Just a quick one here. There's a young lady being questioned by police. She seems lost. We are here in Piccadilly Gardens. This is common. This has nothing to do with the COVIDs. But again, big heavy police presence in the city centre because they really don't want people mingling. Hi everybody, today is I don't even know what the date is anymore. What even day of the week is? What month is this? Every single day is like Sunday. Anyway, good morning. I'll put the date in the description. We're here in central Manchester. I thought the coronavirus updates would start to slow down and I'd not make them. And the end of coronavirus would be nearby. But all of a sudden, boom! Yesterday, the government, the British government, the health secretary, the foreign secretary, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is a fancy way of saying the finance minister. They're all saying another 3 weeks lockdown minimum. We've just completed 3 weeks of lockdown. They're now saying enjoy double of what you had. And we all know at the end of 3 weeks, they're going to say a further 3 weeks, a further 6 weeks, a further 6 months. The reason I really had to come out today, not just because it's very sunny, not just because I've got a small break from the kids, which I get up with every single day at 7 AM, changing nappies before I've had a coffee. The reason I've had to come out, let the tram go past, is that the British government over the last 10 days has been a care home, a nursing home crisis. That there's thousands a week of old people dying by the COVID-19. And the government has not been counting them, and this is how they've artificially kept the death count below 1,000 a day. You know, if we were reporting on our true coronavirus dead figures per day, it'd be about 2,000 per day, but that is very scary because at the end of the year, that's what, 730,000 people in 1 year would die in Britain if they told the truth. Now, 730,000 people is twice as many people that have died in Syria in the entirety of the decade-long civil war. So I don't want to hear people say it's a nothing burger. As I say, this is the biggest burger. This is a something sandwich. This isn't a nothing. And keep your elderly at home. Whew! Right, the care home crisis with the British, all around the world, the Spanish, the French, the Italians. No one's counting the true figure of dead because no one wants to see pyramids made of body bags. No one wants to know that there's 1 million people per year, you know, pro rata, dying in each European country. That's like worse than World War I and II combined. So I wake up this morning and I've always known the Chinese Communist Party is a tyrannical, lying piece of shit government. And they've come out today and they say, oh, we're not covering up. Yet the deaths in Wuhan, the 11 million population city where this started, it's shot up 50%. Oh, we are reporting it differently. It's just shot up, not 5%, not 10%, not 50%. They're full of shit. Guys, I titled my video 3 videos ago. It's titled, "Your government is keeping you calm." And that is exactly what's happened. Do you think they would have locked down 5 billion people on Earth and wrecked the global economy, sending 25 million Americans alone into unemployment? It's all finished. Would they have done this if this was a 1% virus mortality rate, case fatality rate? Would they have done this if this was like SARS Mark II with a 10% Hold up 2 fingers, 10%, 5. No, they wouldn't. But they certainly would do this if this was a biological weapon out of Wuhan, gone wrong, released by accident, released on purpose, we don't know. Now, I've been doing a bit of circumstantial evidence gathering about this whole Wuhan Institute of Virology. A few smoking guns stand out. The DNA sequencing has big chunks that are identical to HIV. And that's how she got the female scientist at the Wuhan Institute, got it to bind to humans and not just to bats. China, the CCP, Communist Party, they've now banned research into the origins of the virus. You'd think that a country that has lost thousands of people dead and had to suffer a 30% stock market and GDP crash would like to know where it came from, except if it was a biological weapon released. Now, here's another thing. A bit more research. I've been studying this morning intercontinental ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons, thermonuclear weapons. Let the tram go past. Just wait. So I've been studying thermonuclear weapons. Many people on the internet say that nukes are a meme. Nukes are not real anymore. Nukes is a 1930s technology. I mean, they dropped it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, ending World War II. But listen to this. If the European Space Agency and NASA can land a spaceship traveling at 200,000 miles an hour onto a comet, onto an asteroid, a quarter of a light year away, do you not think they can shoot nuclear warheads out of the atmosphere, at the stratosphere? Of course they can. Nukes have been useless for about 20 years. Ronald Reagan started a program in the 80s called Star Wars. What a great name. Since then, since they invested billions and billions and billions into space defense, nukes are a meme. Where's it at these days? You don't even have to blow up a whole city and turn it into a radioactive wasteland for the next 1,000 years to conquer someone. You can do it biologically. You can do it chemically. As I said in the last video, why were the Chinese paying Harvard traitors a lot of money to take viral samples out of American biolabs? It's all dodgy, man. It's all very dodgy. The government doesn't want you to know. Maybe, no, I do want you to know. I say, you know, as Rorschach said in Watchmen, no compromise, not even in the face of Armageddon. And then Dr. Manhattan zaps him. I'm with Rorschach. Peace out.